Hello Libra, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'm just so excited to have reached 1,000 subscribers. I am now able to post and to go live, and I made my first post today, so I'm really excited. So yeah, if you feel so inclined, it's a great way to energetically support my channel, help me out. It's all free for you. Like, comment, all of that would be very helpful. And thank you all so much. Thank you so much. I am very, very, very grateful from the bottom of my heart. I know my channel wouldn't be what it is without you all. And for Spirit, and the Marys have been here for me, and I just would like to say how grateful I am. Okay, so everybody who doesn't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1, which I've read out loud live on Facebook. Please pardon my nails today. They chipped. I was doing dishes. I read book 1 aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all of those videos here for you to enjoy. But if you've already read book 1 or watched all the videos, book 2 is available, already written and published. These absolutely beautiful, very well made paperbacks are available on Kindle Direct Publishing. They are only $15.99 each plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, they will be free. Okay, so happy spring, everybody. It is now spring, and so I've got all my spring stuff back out. Today, I'm going to continue using the Forest of Enchantment Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone and Marilla Allwood. The Enchanted Forest is all about the ancient European forests that where all the fairy tales came from. There's fairy tales and all kinds of, there's legends and things like that in this deck. At the end, we're going to be getting a little more information from the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay and Ginger Kelly's artwork here. And I'm also going to pull you 1 or maybe 2 botanical inspirations by Lynn Araujo and artist by Pierre Joseph Redoute. I think that's how you say it. He is the artist that painted Marie Antoinette's decor of her chateau. And he was also invited by Empress Josephine, Napoleon's empress, to Chateau de Malmaison to paint her flowers. Okay, so if I need to clarify, I will be using my tiny Rider tarot that I got through a miracle. If you would like to hear the story of that miracle, I have a link in the description box below. I also have links for purchasing my books, for watching all the videos of me reading book 1 aloud, and like I said, a link there for the story of my miracle. There's other stories. My life story is in there too. Also, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. So the information to contact me, it's all in the description box below. Okay, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint, which is the plan that you made for your life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. As you raise the vibration of your soul lifetime after lifetime, your life path number gets higher and higher. Your life path number is encoded within your birthday. And eventually one day you reach such a high vibration, you are able to become enlightened. So we're kind of dealing with destiny, but not really, because free will can change a great deal, unless we have the Wheel of Fortune, which that really is destiny and fate. But you do not have that in your reading, okay? Now, here, just in case you fast forwarded through my intro, please, forgive me for my nails. I was doing dishes and they chipped. Anyway, So this is what's at the heart of everything for you at this time, Libra. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. This is the seeker of boons. So the seekers are the knights of the deck, okay? And this is, I just feel like you've been waiting for this knight to come in that they may be an earth sign. They don't have to be, but they're either what they're bringing with them is a brand new beginning in your earthly life, or this is a whole person altogether that you've been waiting for. They're coming in offering a new life. Okay, let me just now, for those of you that don't know, this is a new deck for me, and I do use the meanings in the books that they include with my tarot decks, and this is such a specific tarot. I'm gonna go ahead and look this up and see if there's anything else they want me to say here, because this would be the Knight of Discs or Pentacles, and he is a very slow mover. In this deck, this is a female and like an elf or something. Well, this can mean a need to slow down and pay attention to details so that you don't miss anything important. So for some of you, if this isn't a person, that's what this means, okay? This can also mean that even though a desired outcome hasn't arrived yet, you're on the right track, okay? So, and I just really feel deeply that whether this is a person or a situation, it's a new life coming into you, coming in for you, rather. A whole new life. What I'm feeling right now at this moment is these stones that she's discovered, that she's reaching for. She's going to be using them probably for something magical. But if you think about it, what if those were emeralds, you know? And what she did is she's found something really beautiful that will lift the vibration of her life, that will bring her prosperity and abundance, which which can come from money. But she's already got. She looks pretty abundant, doesn't she? Okay. So what I feel like, this is a step to a higher level of living. Okay. All right. So this is the energy that's crossing what's at the heart of everything for you at this time. And I think this is exactly what it says it is. This is the 5 of challenges. And I feel like this is a challenge. Okay. This is a card of conflict. Okay. The challenges are the swords, which is your energy along with Gemini and Aquarius. So this is, what this represents is this giant. He's holding a tree. You see that? He's really huge. He's not evil, okay, but he is quite a challenge. He's represented in this particular book. His story is that he's an insurmountable force. There's no way you can win against this giant, is the message for this particular card. So there is some sort of challenge that you are probably feeling right now is insurmountable. Like you just, what are you going to do about him? What could you do about something or someone this big? Now he's not evil, but he doesn't have any patience for people. Those are human bones in his beard. Okay. So this advice for this card is to understand that you cannot win this particular battle and to just try to move around him, okay? However, I just don't like that defeatist type of understanding. Now, there may be some times when you cannot fight something, say the law, okay? Say you did something wrong, and now the law is, you've gone to jail and you have to go to court and you're going to pay for it. He could represent that. Like if you were in the wrong, you're going to have to deal with that. However, we don't have any type of situation like that here, okay? You're waiting for this knight to come in. And what I'm thinking this is that it's starting to feel like an insurmountable challenge. It could be that this is something that you can't do anything other than wait for this night. Okay? And so in a way, there is no way to do anything here with this giant. You may simply have to wait for him to walk by. And once he gets out of the way, I mean, this could be a huge obstacle. This could be a certain amount of time. That's, I mean, if a certain amount of time needs to go by before this night comes in, there's really nothing that you can do about it. It's a lot like when you're waiting for your fruits and vegetables to ripen. There's really nothing you can do about it but wait. So I feel like some of you might be feeling today like giving up, like there's just no way I can do this anymore, or I can't, this is taking too long, this is never going to happen, that kind of idea. No, that you can never give up. Giving up, it doesn't matter if you give up or you don't, except energetically. If you send out an energetic, that's it, I give up, and the universe feels that, then it stops things that are in motion. This means that this guy would, be there even longer or possibly permanently. And whether you say that or not, nothing really around you changes except for the energy, which is more powerful than people think. They think that magic is so subtle, they just don't even understand if it even exists. But it does. It's the whole attitude. So this night, the situation, whatever you're waiting for, is taking a long time, and it just seems like an insurmountable force. However, Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk was able to get around this his giant. So I don't believe that giants are undefeatable. I mean, have you seen Game of Thrones? Have you seen Lord of the Rings? So giants, they're not undefeatable. But I think that he's just representing something that just feels like an insurmountable force. Okay? All right, so here's what's going on at the root of everything. And I just kind of think it's funny when I say this is what's at the root of this, and there's like a tree or, and then there's a tree. So here's more challenges, okay? So this is the Four of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So I'm feeling like you really need a rest, okay? You really need a rest. There's an idea about that here. A feeling of needing to take a nap, but you're not a nap. A rest, but you're not. I'm a little bit off today, you guys. I recorded yesterday's readings last week because I was going to be away for the weekend until Monday, and so today is basically my Monday, and I'm usually a little bit off on Mondays. So, all right. So you're probably pretty tired. I'm a Libra. I'm pretty tired right now. I had a big weekend, so this is So what this represents is, you see that the forest is in winter time with this tree, but it is on its own. It's like its own little oasis. This is a magic tree. Because if it was just evergreen all year long, the grass beneath it wouldn't be green. So this is magic. So this is a place of respite in the coldness of your life, of what's going on at this point. When the Four of Challenges is upside down, it means that you are really needing some rest. This means that you're getting rest. This means that you're not, and you need it. And I guess I'm reading this in the reverse today, because these cards, unless they're a people card like a keeper, like a knight or a page or a king or queen, which have different names in this deck, I'm not reading these but in reverse, but I guess this one I am today. Because otherwise what I would say is that you are about to get rest, and it is now manifesting. It hasn't fully manifested, but you're about to receive some rest. So we can look at it both ways, okay? Because here you really need some rest. Here you're getting rest, right? So this can also mean you are going to get rest soon once it flips. So that's why they're having me read it in reverse, because it's basically meaning the same thing. Now here's the energy that's moving out of your life at this time, and this is the reversal of the Weaver of Boons. So boons, again, is pentacles, money. This is the queen of coins, the queen of pentacles. And this is the unmanifested energy of her. She is grounded, she's a nurturer, she's abundant, she's I mean, look at her. Most king of coins are very opulent looking. However, notice how she is still, the artist here has communicated abundance, but in a different way. She has everything she needs because she grows her own flowers, she grows her own food. She is very well grounded. She's not wearing shoes and she walks barefoot on the ground. Okay, she's very happy. You can see just by her putting a flower in her hair. Look at how sweet and happy she is, you know? She kind of reminds me of my mother. So it's like, oh yeah, that's what she is. She's a nurturing energy, okay? But she never fully manifested in your life. Now she's on her way out, okay? So this could be I said that I was going to read these in the reverse. Let's see, maybe this is a specific person who's on their way out of your life. The shadow traits of the Weaver, you see, this is her. This is, when they're upside down, she's got shadow traits, because these are the people cards. This is smothering, takes too much upon herself, judges other people's lifestyles, insists that she knows best. And she probably does, it says here. Okay, so there's a person. It doesn't have to be an actual person, but this card, if it does not represent a particular person, it can indicate the need for some common sense, an offering of comfort and care, or a monetary windfall. Yeah, so that could mean either or even both. Okay, this is what I'm noticing a lot about my cards, is that they almost, no matter what I say about them, they're true in a way. Okay, so this is probably, you know, this could be a person that you thought was more of this type of person, but that she's actually more like this, and now she's moving out of your life. Or, you know, you just need those other things that it was talking about, like the need for common sense, or an offering of comfort and care, or a monetary windfall. Yeah, well, you know what though? Who couldn't use a monetary windfall? And who couldn't use an offering of comfort and care? See, that's the kind of stuff I'm just like, yeah, that's all true. Okay, that's working very well. Okay, for me as a reader, these two are future cards. And it looks like what you've got here are they are major arcana cards. Okay, so these are very important messages about your divine blueprint, what's going on there, okay? And at some point in the future, what we've got here is the Council of Animals. The Council of Animals is the Judgment card in other decks. This is when how you've acted in the forest is judged by the animals that live there. Okay, so this is like how you've lived your life. Now you're going to be judged. Will your soul be resurrected or not? We all know the imagery in the Judgment card, but this is also there could be if you were involved in litigation, the judgment is coming. Okay, like I was saying, they're reminding me that I was saying that this could be, you know, if you did something wrong and the law gets you, they gets you with the law, says, hey, yeah, it's that guy, they got evidence against you, yeah, but I wasn't feeling like normal litigation. So this could still represent, non-criminal litigation is what I'm trying to say here. So there could be a judgment coming in. This could also be a judgment from your job. Maybe the Knight of Pentacles is a message about you getting a raise in your job, or getting a higher position or something like that, okay? Some sort of judgment. How you've acted is going to be looked at and it's going to be judged, okay? Now this is the next future energy. Now this is the 0, the white heart. This is the very beginning. This is the Fool in other decks. But the story in this card is you're on the outside of this forest, you see a white heart, which is a very magical thing to see, a lot like seeing a unicorn. So what do? You follow the heart. You follow your heart. That pun is intended. So this is the beginning of your journey through the forest, the beginning of a new cycle in your spiritual growth. So since this is an ending, there's only one more card after this one, okay, after judgment. This is judgment, then there's the world, okay? So this is almost the ending, but then there's the beginning already, okay? So this is going to happen first. There's going to be this, see how this is number 20, 10s are endings, okay? So this is a double ending. This is something, like I said, how you've been acting, how you've been treating the animals and the peoples and the things in the forest through your spiritual journey is going to be judged. And then you're going to start a whole new cycle. It's almost like you get through the forest and then you turn right back around and there's the white heart and you got to go back in. There's going to be a new beginning, which is kind of what I'm feeling you've been waiting for with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay? Now, here is your hope. Now, this is the 6 of Boons in the reverse. So this is the manifesting energy of the 6 of Pentacles, basically. Okay. It looks like you're missing visions, which is cups. You've got earth, boons. You've got air with the challenges. And you've got fire right here, actually. Right here and here. But you don't have any cups. So I think that you're feeling kind of emotionless right now. And you may not be listening to your intuition. Okay, and I also see this, you may not be listening to anything, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, as I always seem to do. Now, this is the, now the story behind this, the 6 of Boons, which is the 6 of Pentacles, which is the card I've always called boomerang energy. Whatever you do that is good comes back to you as good karma, okay? So this is manifesting for you. You've done good works and it's beginning to come in. This is what you're hoping, okay? But it's not fully manifested just yet. Now, what's happened here in this card is this woman has had to leave somewhere. She's had to escape something, and she had to leave so fast that she didn't have the chance to grab her cloak. She didn't have the chance to even put on her shoes. So it feels a lot like domestic violence or something, but there was something going on in her home that forced her to run into the forest, and she ran and ran and ran until she's exhausted, until she just basically collapsed. And so now she's just laying on the forest, sound asleep, ready to do whatever. She may, even if she dies, she's like, What am I, whatever, I'm exhausted, I have to lay down. What she doesn't know is that a whole colony of rabbits has decided to lay on her, and they will keep her warm. They're keeping her foot warm. You see that? They're keeping her warm, and she will survive that night. Okay? And this is the good karma, that this is how nature, how Mother Earth takes care of you. When you do good stuff and you go through bad things, you do always have some blessing, no matter how small it is. Okay? So this is what you're hoping for, is your good karma to come in, because you've been doing a lot of good stuff, and it just seems like you've been going through a lot of waiting and a lot of insurmountable challenge feelings here and not getting any rest. So this is your environment card. Now this is another 5. Okay, so at this time I would recommend that you look up angel number 55. 5 is the number for change. So you've got the 5 of challenges and the 5 of spells. Spells are wands, which is fire energy. And this is practice, okay? It looks like practice. In all my other decks, when I'm reading the 5 of wands, I'm saying that this is a conflict, but it's the kind that is constructive. It's the kind that where you're better off when it's over. Very much like sparring. People don't spar because they got a beef. They're sparring so that they can make their skills better, which is what these young magicians are doing. They're learning to turn themselves and each other back and forth between frogs and people. And, it's not always the prettiest experience, which is what this guy back here who cracks me up, he's like, but that's what he's going through. You got this guy already. He's been turned into a frog, and now maybe he has to wait his turn to get turned back or something. But it's not always pretty, this type of struggle. You know what I mean? It's like practice. This is a card of practice, okay? And so I feel like this energy of practice, what you've been learning, is starting to manifest into your life, okay? And it's going to help you in this new beginning. Here is the energy that's in your fear section. Now this is the 9 of boons, which is the 9 of pentacles. And I just think that this is, now this is the card of independence, okay? Now I can understand why this is in Libra's fear section as a Libra myself. Libras, as a set of scales, we like balance. We like to have a partner. This represents being fine, independent, with no counterpart. This represents doing everything on your own and being abundant and fruitful. This is the beginning energy of the Empress. This is where you don't need anybody around and you're still happy with your life. This little brownie lives in the country, unlike most of her families. They live in the cities. But this brownie chose to live in the countryside, away from the other brownies, away from everything else, just so that she can be by her own and have things the way she wants them to be. And she's also very abundant. She doesn't look opulent, does she? But she does look very abundant. She's got everything she needs. She has a very peaceful, colorful life. But the thing is with us Libras is that we like to have a partner. And as much as we would be very proud to be like this, we don't like being single, okay? But that is part of the codependent lesson when it comes to the spiritual journey. As social creatures, people, we are social creatures. And that tends to lead to codependence. Like we always feel like we have to have a partner. We always have to have a husband or a wife. And then there's people out there that are happy all by themselves. But this is a hard lesson for Libra. And so maybe what that is this. Practice what you preach. Practice what you have been learning. Okay? So it could be that this is what you, when this flips, this is you being independent, because this is right side up. I just feel this is a fully manifested energy. I do feel very strongly that this energy is something that you're supposed to be learning, to be by yourself and be good with it, because that's self-love. That is not codependent. It's independence, okay? And, you know, moving from codependence to independence can be scary. Here is the potential outcome for you. You've got the Four of Spells in reverse. So this energy is manifesting, but is not fully manifested. And what this is the Four of Spells. This is the Four of Wands. This is the Twin Flame card. This is the 1111 card. So as long as you're Googling angel number 55, I always tell people to Google 1111 whenever they get the Four of Wands. This is all about going to a celebration, though. This is about representing your people and being at a celebration where all the different kinds of people, which these are little flower sprites, okay? So all the little different kinds of flower sprites, they represent, this one represents, what is that, a foxglove, and this one represents a bluebell, the bluebell sprites. And so they go to this celebration and represent. Okay, but this can also mean marriage. This can mean you're halfway to marriage. This can mean, you know, twin flame. This is just also of celebration and joy and happiness. Okay, so you are on your way to happiness. Okay, it just feels like things are going really slow right now. And looking at the energy on the bottom of the deck for you, this is the Eight of Challenges, which is the Eight of Swords, which is fear itself. Just being, this is my deer in the headlights card. This is being so afraid that you just don't know what to do, and you don't even want to look. Okay? So this can have something to do with the independence. This can have something to do with this waiting that's going on. Like, I just don't know what to do right now. Okay? And, you know, once you are just about out of the forest, you've gone through all the trials and tribulations in the forest, and it's been kind of hard, it can also be a little daunting to know that you're going to go right back, right into a brand new beginning, right back into that enchanted forest. Okay? But you know what? That's what life is. Once we finish a cycle, we begin a new one. You cannot begin a new cycle without finishing it. And so, you know, this can also represent things like stubbornness, okay? You might be being stubborn right now and you just don't want to see things for what they really are. Now let's go ahead and get some further information from the fairies. I don't think I have to clarify any of that. That's pretty explanatory, self-explanatory. Sweet, cute little fairies. So wise and good and high vibrational. What else would you like to tell Libra? What would you like to tell the Libras in the Mother Speaks Tarot Collective? I would like at least 3 cards, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and that's what I got. One flew over there, but I got it. Woohoo! Oh, there's 2 over there. Heck yeah. All right. I got this one first, and then this one, and then we'll read these. Okay. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Yeah, this talks to me a lot. I hear music all the time. Whenever I wake up with a certain song in my head, it has something to do with what's going on, and I always pay attention to it. Sometimes, if I wake up with a completely different song in my head than I had for the day before, and especially if it had been in my head for a couple of weeks before that, this new song is really teaching me something. So I really pay attention because it's every song that I hear, I pay attention to because it's got a message for me. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling like that's what this is. You need some rest. This is nature. This is, go outside into the sanctuary, okay? Because whether it's winter, which, it just turned spring, it's still pretty cold over here, where I am in the US. This is the nature they're talking about. In fact, there's a little tree outside this reminds me of, a little tree in my yard that I think that I'm going to go sit underneath. So you may have something similar to that. Oh, okay, this is upside down. Precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So this is what is talking to me here. Okay, waiting. See, I was saying this, I just feel like this waiting for this night to come in with a whole new life it just feels insurmountable. It feels like a giant, immense span of time, you know, where it's really hard to be patient. So I'm really glad that this time fairy came up because she is confirming that for me. Pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Yeah, that's always the best way. When you set an intention that is not just for yourself, but for everybody involved, okay, that is very, very, very important energy right there. I don't know what I just did to my... Okay, guys, I just touched my screen and now I've got all these little circles. I don't know if it's asking me to focus on something or... Oh, it totally just focused. Okay, well, I'm almost done with this reading. I hope I didn't jack it up in some way. Okay, so let's see what the flowers have to say. Hope you all are enjoying your spring. Okay. Lilac. Syringa. First emotions of love. Love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. Interesting. Oh, okay. So this little thing I got on here is an automatic focuser. All right, so there we go. All right, Libra, well, that's what I have for you. As far as I can tell, you've only got 2 major arcana cards. This is how you know how much control that you have over this situation. 2 out of 10 cards in the spread means that you are mostly in control of everything. You're in control of how you feel. If you feel like something's insurmountable, but there is going to be judgment. There is going to be a new beginning, possibly a leap of faith. Just make sure that this isn't being foolish, okay? This is a new beginning that you're going to trust in spirit fully with and start a new cycle that I think is going to be probably the best cycle of your life. So, all right, Libra, that's what I have for you at this time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.